Has the Constitution been perverted by both the political branches and the Supreme Court? Have they enabled it? And the answer is yes. And can we do something about it? The answer is also yes. We can do it. A preliminary question of whether we can do something about it is this: will Washington, D.C. correct the abuses? In order for Washington, D.C. to correct the abuses, elections will not do it. So a couple of you in here are as old as I am, but most of you are much younger. But a couple of you, because your parents trained you well, you knew the Dusty Springfield song, Wishin', Hopin', Thinkin', Prayin'. Okay, how many of you know Dusty Springfield, Wishin'? Okay, all right. Thinking that elections will reverse this stuff is wishing, hoping, thinking, praying it, and it ain't gonna work. Why? Because what you're wishing, hoping, thinking, and praying is that sin nature will be repealed. That's what you're having to hope. Because in order for Washington, D.C. to voluntarily relinquish its power, you have to reverse the sin nature of man. And that is simply not going to happen. It will not work. It will never work. And since the Bill of Rights, Congress has never proposed an amendment that limits the power of the federal government. 11th Amendment too, okay. But that was essentially in the federal period as well. They've tinkered around the edges with presidential succession. That's not limiting the federal power. They've been on other issues other than limitations, structural limitations on the power of the federal government, which is what we really need. So we're not going to repeal sin nature. In Washington, D.C., I don't care who your favorite political candidate was in this last election, whether it was the most, whether you were a Ted Cruz fan and he was going to get elected and I was going to be the Senate Majority Leader and, Mike Pence was going to be the Speaker of the House or Mark Meadows, one of the most conservative members of Congress, is going to be the Speaker. I don't care who it was. It's still the structural changes that you need to accomplish the things we're talking about will not come out of Washington, D.C., whether it's Trump or Pence or, pick your favorite. Whether I'm the President of the United States, and I think you've already figured out, I'm pretty doggone conservative. And so it's not going to change because the structural power is not there to do it in D.C. Even if you have a good person here or there, the levers of power you have to produce actually require you to reverse the sin nature of man.